Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, June 19, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Pittsburgh Pirates vs San Francisco Giants. Our team pick is Cincinnati Reds vs Milwaukee Brewers. Our team pick is Cincinnati Reds. And here is why. The Milwaukee Brewers will look to build some momentum after a 7-3 win over the Reds in Saturday's tilt. Going into Saturday's matchup, Rowdy Tellez has 10 home runs and 38 RBIs, while Hunter Renfroe has 11 homers as well, and Willie Adames has a team-high 12 home runs. Renfroe has a .251 batting average, and Adames has 31 RBIs. Christian Yelich also has 57 hits with 9 doubles and 23 RBIs this season. Adrian Houser will start here and is 3-7 with a 4.21 ERA and 49 strikeouts this season. Milwaukee has dropped 10 of its last 13 games, but is second in the NL Central, 1 game behind the St. Louis Cardinals. Adrian Houser, who is 3-7 with a 4.21 ERA and 12 starts, will take the mound first against the Reds Sunday. In Houser's career, he is 2-4 with a 5.88 ERA against the Reds in 13 appearances, all from 2019 to this season. After starting the season 3-22, the Reds won 15 of their next 25 games. Recently, the Reds have begun to slide again, as Friday marked their 9th loss out of their last 14 contests. Cincinnati is currently last in the NL Central, 13 games behind St. Louis. Veteran southpaw Mike Minor will make his 4th start of the season on Sunday. He is 1-2 with a 7.36 ERA this season. As a member of the Kansas City Royals in 2021, Minor made 28 starts and went 8-12 with a 5.05 ERA. Minor has made 7 career starts against the Brewers and is 4-2 with a 2.20 ERA, but it is worth noting that 5 of those starts were before 2015. I don't trust either starting pitcher in this game, so I expect the offense and bullpens to make the difference. Although Milwaukee has had the better bullpen for most of the season, they have fallen off recently. The Reds' bullpen has a 4.57 ERA over the last 10 games, but the Brewers' bullpen has been even worse with a 5.55 ERA over the span. The Reds' bats have also been hotter over the last 10 games, averaging 4.7 runs per game, compared to just 3.9 against Milwaukee. Although it's hard to love either side, the Reds are worth a shot for plus money. Our total pick over 9. And here is why. I get the reasoning for wanting to be on either side here, but I'm looking at the over here. Adrian Houser hasn't been spectacular on the road this season, but as we saw on Saturday, the Brewers have the ability to lift him up offensively if he stumbles. On the other side, the Reds have offensive pop at home as well, while Mike Minor's been lit up pretty much in each of his 3 starts so far. I think this one's an offensive clinic, so give me the over here. New York Mets vs Miami Marlins. Our team pick is Miami Marlins. Miami dropped their 2nd straight and 4th in the last 5 games as they were pounded into submission by the Mets. The Marlins entered Saturday 4th in the NL East picture, 13 games behind the Mets for the top spot in the division race. On Friday night, Miami out-hit the Mets 10-9, but gave up a 3-run homer, in addition to a grand slam to wash that advantage away. Gary Cooper, run, Jorge Soler, RBI, and Avisail Garcia each had 2 hits in the loss, while Brian De La Cruz clobbered his 3rd homer of the season. Pablo Lopez, 4-3, was roughed up on the mound and took the loss. He allowed 7 runs, 6 earned, on 8 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts over 5.1 innings of work. New York rung up their 2nd straight win and 4th in the last 5 games as they rolled to a win in the opener of the set. The Mets went into Saturday holding a 5.5 game advantage over the Braves for the division lead in the NL East race. On Friday night, Brandon Nimmo, run, and Pete Alonso, run, 4 RBI, each had a pair of hits to pace the New York attack. Francisco Lindor, his 10th, got the offense started with a 3-run homer in the 1st, while Alonso, his 19th, crushed a grand slam as part of a 7-run 6th inning to break things open. Carlos Carrasco, 8-2, earned the win on the mound as he threw 6.1 innings, allowing 3 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts before turning things over to the bullpen. As good as Bassett was in his last start, it's going to take more than one solid outing to believe he's back to form. After all, he was 0-2 with a 6.82 ERA over 31.2 innings in his previous 6 starts, dating back to May 8. The biggest challenge for Bassett may be his opposing number in this contest. Alcantara has been dealing all year long, leading the NL in WAR for pitchers, 3.9, second in ERA, first in hits allowed per 9, 6.011, first in innings pitched, sixth in strikeouts, and first in win probability added. Throw in a staggering 4 no decisions in games where he's thrown at least 7 innings without allowing more than 2 runs, and it shows how great he's been. If the Marlins put together any kind of offensive showing, it should be enough to give Alcantara win number 7 on the year here. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs. And here is why: Sandy Alcantara is arguably the best pitcher in baseball, and that includes allowing 15 hits and 2 runs in his last 23.1 innings. Chris Bassett has been rough this month, but he's been reasonable overall, and that includes a 3.00 ERA and .216 allowed batting average at home. Alcantara has allowed 3 runs in his last 31.2 innings, and he's going deep in these games. I'll take my chances with the under. Detroit Tigers vs Texas Rangers. Our team pick is Texas Rangers minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. The Texas Rangers have not started this 2022 regular season how they would have liked, but they still have plenty of time to turn it around. They are currently in second place in the AL West, but they are still 9.0 games back. On the offensive side of the field, the Rangers are scoring 4.33 runs per game and hitting .234 as a team. This is the 17th most runs scored per game and the 23rd highest overall team batting average. Texas has struggled to consistently reach base this season as they have failed to move runners with their bat. Luckily, they have found that they have more home run hitters littered throughout their lineup than they originally thought. They are averaging 1.24 home runs per game, which is the 7th highest average in the MLB. They can score multiple different ways, but the long ball has been their friend. I am also expecting the Rangers to stay very aggressive once they have reached base safely. They have already stolen 57 bases this season, which leads the league. Texas will attempt to move their base runners into scoring position as quickly as they can. Watch for Corey Seager at the plate in this one. He has already hit 13 home runs this season, which leads his team. The Detroit Tigers have not started this season how they would have liked, but they still have plenty of time to string together some wins. They are currently in 4th place in the AL Central. On the offensive side of the field, they are currently scoring a paltry 2.64 runs per game and hitting .219 as a team. This is the least amount of runs scored per game and the 27th lowest overall team batting average. The Tigers have struggled to consistently make contact with the ball all season, which has made it much more difficult to score. Detroit has also realized that they have very little home run power littered throughout their batting order. They are only averaging .49 bombs per game, which is the lowest average in the MLB. The Tigers will most likely stay very conservative once they have reached base safely, as well. They have only stolen 12 bases this season, which is the least amount of bases taken. Watch for Miguel Cabrera at the plate in this one. He is currently hitting .294, which leads his team. I will be riding with the away team in this matchup. The Rangers were able to win the first 2 games of this series and they have impressed me on the defensive side of the field. They have only surrendered 1 combined run this series, as they have limited the Tigers when they are at the plate. Detroit is also one of the worst defensive teams in the MLB. They are only scoring 2.64 runs per game and hitting .219 as a team. They will struggle to reach base consistently throughout this game, and the Rangers will cover the run line spread, minus 1.5. Texas will also tee off on Drew Hutchison, as he hasn't pitched enough this season to worry me. He also has a 4.58 ERA and a 1.58 whip rating. The Rangers will consistently reach base safely early in this game, and the Tigers will be forced to turn to their bullpen. The Rangers are also hitting the 7th most home runs per game. I see them hitting a few in this game and distancing themselves away from the Tigers in the final game of this series. Our total pick is under 8. The total has finished under in 4 out of the last 5 for Texas. Detroit has scored the fewest runs in baseball with an average of 2.64 runs per game, and the total has finished under in 4 out of the last 5 games that Texas and Detroit have played head-to-head, and in 9 of the last 12 meetings between the Rangers and Tigers played in Detroit. The Tigers are last in runs scored, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.